1, 2. Yo.
Now we come to the payoff. Mic
check.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Food is a metaphor for information.
Yo, get your head around this. The concept, 2 men about this. Drizzy Sack freckles, respect rebels. We'll take the stairs, you stay there. It's next level. Put up the frame, they couldn't see the vision. I'll take the blame when it comes to fruition. From 4 to 3, and then we lost 1. I won't cause a scene cause camera's on, son.
It's a fast-food podcast.
You look up, understand. You're in the dark with the sharks, it's a bloodbath. We got the mics, it's a fight, had a tough start. Now got the stripes, it's in sight, it's all love car. Morgan Heights, it's food for the mind. A feast for the palate, you can eat the design. Serial killer with a splash of cold milk. These men are built on weight, lactic acid, hold skills. Yo, give me the space, we need the mic. You know the vibes. Camera, action, lights. We do what we do, we say what we like. It's the FFE. It's the FFE. It's the FFE. It's the FFE.
This show is purely for entertainment, and we do not intend to maliciously hurt or disrespect anybody. It's a Fast Food Podcast.
Season 6.
Who's got hay fever in here? Anyone suffer from hay fever?
Nah, apparently I heard hay fever's for bomber holes still.
Bruv, hay fever is licking me down, bruv. Yeah. I take tablets, eye drops, nasal spray. It's mad. This time of year, I suffer so bad from it. And luckily this year, I kind of like preempted the movement and started taking my dosage from like April time. But bro, it's still.
Apparently, if you rub Vicks on your things, that helps with hay fever.
Huh?
Context. Yeah, so you get a bit of Vicks. You know, like when you got cold, you rub it on your chest, put it on your throat, under the sole of your feet, put your socks on your back. But hay fever season, if you get some Vicks, rub it on your things.
Rub.
Why are you stuttering? Bro, just say what I said, bro. You rub it on your penis. Yeah, you just rub it.
Vicks.
Both sides, yeah.
Bruv, do you know Vicks
mainly at the tip.
You know Vicks is a Mazzolini, like that shit stings.
But what's worse, that or hay fever?
Fuck that. That's
just saying, bro.
I've never heard rubbing Vicks on your wood piece would have been. So what does that do? Like what?
I don't know. Try it and then see how the hay fever just stops, bro.
I'm not gonna.
Just saying, man.
Vicks is like, hey, nah, man, that's mad. Okay, that's mad. Okay. And as it work, you don't have hay fever.
So I don't have hay fever.
Is that because of
a cure? Like it's just prevented. Prevention's better than cure. That's what my granny used to say. Just a cotton sock. So yeah.
I lost my Air Force Ones at the fucking live show the other day, man.
That is very irresponsible of you. How do you lose a pair of sneakers?
So pissed
bro?
off. Fresh white.
How?
Air Force Ones.
So what you're saying? Someone saw them there and just took them. Teeth it.
Getting everything in the car, out of the studio, trying to get all my shit organized. But you know, like when you're trying to make one route to the car and back, and I got this on my bag, I got a backpack.
Oh, so when it was still in the dressing room, when you
still in the dressing room,
so it's definitely
it's my fault.
So what happened? It just dropped on the floor.
Packing up the car, put all my bags on the floor, put the trainer box on the floor. Yeah. I must have packed everything in there and left it on the sidewalk.
Oh, man.
So someone out there
my vote of
has
sympathy
a
dropped.
fresh size 9 pair of Air Force Ones. I wore them upstairs, downstairs, downstairs.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Have you called up the Cube to see if
I did, but like, yeah.
Canary Wharf, but it's still east, isn't it?
Canary Wharf is
Still east.
There's still thugs that walk
just-
around there at night
It's-
waiting for something like that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. And it's not like Air Force Ones are still, what, 50, 60 pound a pop.
They were a birthday present, man.
That's fucked up.
So,
You don't deserve nice things, man. So
bro, and then nearly
you left your Range Rover unlocked.
Jesus Christ.
She said, now your Air Force Ones. What else are you gonna lose, bro?
Yeah, bro, it's techie, man. I'm just
What are you gonna do? Who
gonna
got
go-
them for you?
Wifey.
Oh shit! Did she know you? Did she
I
know?
was, you know what? I was vexed, man. I was like, the next day, I went to go check E-Man. Shout out to E-Man.
Bring him up.
And I've gone in the boot of the car because I wanted to wear them again.
Yeah.
Sunday, fresh, weather's nice. Can't find the box. Rang the missus, can't find that. Rang around. It was peak, bruv. I was. You know when you're so vexed that you just got to just sit in your car and just let time
Just
and
muller.
yeah.
over
Just
your decisions of
like,
life. How did we get here?
and then
What did I do?
I did one of them in the car twice, and it helped.
Yeah.
It helped just to get that out.
Did you then put Vicks on your things?
Nah, that's bruv. I've never heard of that before.
It's for the Hayfever, man.
I'm not putting what you got to put it on the rim of your wood.
Bro, however you feel comfortable touching yourself, that's where you put the Vicks, bro.
Bruv, that is not, bruv, you're trying to set me up, I swear to God. Bro, if my wood starts pinging off at night because I'm calling you at 2 o'clock in the morning saying, what the fuck is this, bruv? Have you done to me? Because that Vicks on your woodhead is mad. Nah, man.
That Hayfever is no joke either. You got fight fire with fire. Just saying, bro. Sometimes, bro, you know what I mean? Pressure, pain, everything.
So let's talk about your birthday. How was your birthday? Because we had
Oh, the tour's still going on. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Weekend weather was sick. Obviously, we'll go in depth about the live, but you know, it was like Friday I went to the Hackney Market. They do a black-owned market thing. Is that what it's called? But they do it like, I think at the end of every month or something like that. I really like, I like the vibes down there. They got good food being cooked down there. It's a lot of like black-owned market stores. So people selling like their jewelry or their handcraft stuff, T-shirts, CMOS. Shout out to what's his name?
Who?
Is it the CMOS Trapper? Is that his name?
Is that his
Is
name?
it Trapper CMOS? Is it CMOS Trapper? Hold on. Anyway, him. He was down there selling his thing. So I
Selling CMOS.
Yeah. Come on, bro. You know CMOS is
Yeah, I heard CMOS.
CMOS is good for you.
Rub it on your wood.
I wouldn't know. Not that. Vicks, yes, but not that.
Okay.
So the CMOS is good for you because apparently it's got like 99 of the 110 nutrients or whatever you need in your system.
In your body. Okay.
So it's good, but you can put it in bad things. Like I just take 2 teaspoons in the morning, tablespoons in the morning, just raw. Just boom, boom. You can put it in smoothies, oats, you know what I'm saying? All of that. But it's good for you still. You can make it in a drink. Like when I go back home. But anyway, he was down there, so shout him out. I'm going to try and see if I can get him on the show because I did converse with him and all that. The way he approached me was a little bit techie though.
Why?
Like,
Why,
because
bro?
obviously he's called the CMOS Trapper, so he's got a belly on, innit? So I was with some friends, I'm walking, and then this Donny with a body just like kind of just, yes, brother, what's going on? I'm like, I can't, you know, you did a shoulder lean.
Wow,
Like,
okay.
you know,
So
when
he's got
boxing-
he rolls around with a belly.
Yeah, to hide his face, which I respect it because
He
he's just
don't-
popping off.
Okay.
But obviously you don't want,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, people to be up in your business like that.
Yeah.
I think it's part of the brand as well. Like,
Right, I
you
get
know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Hence the name CMOS Trapper. So yeah, and I kind of gave him the little like Mayweather shoulder, like you know what I mean?
chill
I'm
out.
Like, who are you, bruv?
Yeah, chill out.
Like, no, come check this out. I was like, oh, that's who you are. So he had the CMOS with the date and raisins. No, date and cinnamon. It's for people that can't take the natural taste of CMOS. Shit was banging.
What does CMOS taste like?
It doesn't have a taste.
It doesn't have a taste.
But it comes in the clear gel, like Jello, or you get the purple one. I like the purple one because my brain just thinks that because it's purple, it's going to taste like grape. I just knock it back in my head and just go, yeah, it tastes like grape.
Right.
So we did that Friday night. Shout out to my boy Val. Shout out to Dwayne Romes. They was down there. Josephine was down there. My Abdul.
All right. Abdul Jabbar.
Each and every time. East London's finest. And then, come Saturday, game day. Game day. Which we'll get into more detail later on in the pod. Sunday came, I gave thanks as per usual. And yeah, we just kept it moving, bro.
Do you get birthday beats?
No.
No birthday beats.
Yeah. But I'm on tour, so it's like,
Okay.
there is, because singular, not plural, so is someone in particular I would like to cash in. But right now, I'm just chilling.
Okay.
I'm having a good time. Like, that's so far in the back of my mind. Just having a good time, just moving around and getting cake and getting little gifts here and there that I wasn't expecting.
Eating bums.
Nah, that's you on your dates out, bro. So yeah, shout out to Ads. Don't say you and Ads go on dates. That was a mad way to point to big him up. But obviously, last show we had.
Shout out to Ads.
You was like, "What do you like to eat on a night out?" And he was like, "Us," which is fair enough to you. Economically, that's very cheap. Environmentally friendly, you could say. You know what I mean? It's not an Uber Eats or nothing like that.
Have you eaten arse before?
No.
Why did you say that so definitively?
Because I speak English well-ish. I speak a bit of patois, a little bit of French. But when it comes to facts, I'm very fluent in that. So yeah.
What would you give that would you put your face in a girl's bottom as a test to see if that would be something you'd be like?
Would you put Vaseline on your things to prevent hay fever?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay, well then there's your answer.
Okay, you should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you like? Are you like, in regards to FIFA settings, are you like amateur, semi-pro?
Yeah,
pro?
I'm still like, it's still techie for me because obviously bum holes is doo-doo and bum holes. And so I don't really like, I kind of equate the two. Do you see what I'm saying? But
good choice of words there. Carry on.
but
yeah, we heard
like,
you.
It's I've been out, gone down on a gal, and it's kind of.
Willy Wonka the chocolate factory.
What, so you ate it from the back?
That man there.
No, so she was laying on her back.
It's white one. Where are we going?
She was laying on her back, and the bum and the naan bread is like not even too far away from each other, and I end up yamming her bottom a little bit still. But it is what it is. It didn't taste any different. I would have been, if it didn't taste well, then I would have been like, no, I'm not doing that again. But I'm not gonna totally discard that as something that
I don't know why I thought it would have tasted like a without the cheese, like a bun or something.
it just tastes. It just yeah. And when you're just again, I was just in a zone, innit? Like I didn't even know.
What zone is this? Zone 1,
zone,
2?
Zone.
Zone.
Zone. I spoke to a friend of mine as well. Shout out to
What, Seymour Butts?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Shout out to my brethren Jen. She had her birthday 21st.
Oh shit! Of May.
So that's shout.
You gotta give a little bit of a gap before you then, because bro, I'm still in there. Everything you just said.
Yeah,
you say Jen, she just had her. I thought he was gonna say her first little. But like, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Jen. She was her birthday 21st of May. Shout out to Ravi, whose birthday is in a couple of days, but he had his birthday party in the weekend.
Bro, we have Busta Rhymes, Biggie, David Beckham, Romelu Lukaku, Lauryn Hill, Jadakiss. Who else, man? May has got some.
Yeah, May.
Not just like any dons, you know. This is like.
May is a good.
like iconic Don Dadas. Do you know what I'm saying?
When were your parents beating you for you to?
Wow.
Making what?
First of all, can we leave a gap from the last subject you was talking about and before?
Eating ass. We're over with eating ass. We're over with eating ass.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right,
When do your parents have to sleep with each other?
I think there must have been like October times.
It's a summer fling.
It's in summer, not in no carnival times. Then must be. Under the sycamore tree, couple magnums, couple super malts. You know how it goes. You know the vibe. Some wine.
You know the vibe.
Maxi dresses and that. Yeah. Come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout
I
out to
wonder,
my
you know what? Yeah, that's a good point. What bars did our fathers use on our mothers?
I'd love to be a fly in the wall.
Bro.
Love to be a fly in the wall. Definitely. I'd skip the joking, but just leading up
I just want the chase.
Yeah. How did he...
Not ITV. I just want the chase. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
ITV or Channel 4, ITV, I think.
Yeah. You know what, yeah? There's one thing that I hold dearly to myself and my mum and my family is that I know I know she wasn't.
Wow, that went dark real quick, boy.
What is going on here?
Bro.
What is this?
Bro, that was... Jesus Christ.
Hey.
What is this, the DCEU or something? That was dark quick, bro. Some Game of Thrones.
Segway King, get us out of here.
Yeah. So so here's the thing though. The sun is shining, it's summertime, everyone's feeling good, bro. I'm seeing maxi dresses on road, yeah? Bro. Wow. Big up the ladies that are keeping it nice and thick, man.
People that say they like winter over summer.
That's mad.
Devils.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry, devils.
Yeah. What's that all about?
I don't know, bro. I can't relate.
That's mad.
But what I will say, no connection to what he's talking about, summertime, it's just like, I just feel like London can be stressful, London can be shitty or whatever, but when the sun is out, like out properly. Yeah, man. Like, vibes.
You got to make the most of it and you got to embrace it. I feel like too many people, you know what I mean, don't embrace the weather. You got to embrace it, man. I prefer the sun than the cold. I'm not going to lie to you still. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I miss being back home is like, because we had an indoor shower and then we had a shower outside. So obviously with the weather,
back home, definitely.
Just having a cold shower outside with that sun beating on your butt cheeks, man. And that cold water, just like, you just feel like you're in a, you know what I mean, a Vidal Sassoon kind of advert or something. Like, you know, them ones where they're in the rainforest and somehow some Donny just finds that nice woman washing out her curly hair. Yeah, man. What a time.
What a time. All right.
What a time, man.
Fast Food Podcast.
This is it. We got there. This is it indeed.
And it goes a little sound like this. Welcome to the Fast Food Podcast. He goes by the name of Drizzy Sakafet Freckles.
And still undefeated in these streets, Morgan Twerk Franklin Heights.
And we are two of your illustrious co-hosts today.
And if this is your first time joining us, the food is a metaphor for information.
And we are here to bring you food for thought, soul food for the mind,
and a feast for your bomber clot palate.
You done know. Before we kick off the show, we are available on all relevant DSPs, which is Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts.
That's right.
These episodes are also available visually on our YouTube channel, which is Fast Food Podcast TV.
That's correct.
Please share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and click the notification bell for instant updates when new episodes drop. Shout out to Jojo Montano.
AKA South London's finest, alongside myself. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
He's very busy guy.
Yeah,
He's doing his thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you can tell he doesn't. we know from that time until the masking, the duct tape, the condom, and the banana.
Yeah, he's on a mad one.
Yeah.
AKA the thug from the south, AKA the dry fruit barbarian, AKA the best cameraman in the world.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you again, my brother. Done know. Any shout outs before we keep it moving today?
Yes. All right. So I want to big up I want to big up. Her name is Hersha. Remember Hersha?
Hersha?
Remember Hersha? From when we went to Ashley's video shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big up to her.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Lovely
saying?
lady. Lovely. Makeup lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big her up.
Yeah, I offered her to use my face as a Picasso, as a canvas. Nah, you got to relax. I know what you like. That's why I had to say it real quick. If I give you a millisecond of a gap, you're gonna insert something. Let's pause. See what I'm saying? But anyway, while you're thinking about Willie, I'm gonna talk about Hersha. So shout out to Hersha.
Shout out to Hersha.
Hersha, she gave me a very good little hashtag called Soulful Social.
Okay.
So I like that. I'm trying to see how I can incorporate that on the social media.
Is she tapped into the pod?
She is indeed.
Perfect.
She was gonna come to the she was gonna come to the live, but obviously she's a busy lady and all that. Now, this next person I need to big up is someone I see more or less every day when I'm walking home.
Oh shit.
Now, you know this Donnie as well. So the first time I see this Donnie, I was minding my bit. When my music's on and I'm wanting to get home, I'm moving militant.
Right.
But I see this Donnie kind of like, yo, and I was like a bit like, oh, apprehensive. But
Yeah.
like, what's happening? He goes, yeah, boom, you did the fastest podcast. I was like, all right, straight away my guard dropped. Like, yeah, what's going on with him? So, without further ado, let me not forget, shout out to a supporter of the show. Shout out to man like Ernie.
Big up Ernie.
You know Ernie?
No.
Ernie says he knows you.
Oh, really?
Ernie says he knows you.
Right, there's... right.
There you go.
Okay, shout out to Ernie.
Shout out to man like Ernie.
I know two Ernies, but I'm guessing that's the one I work with.
That's correct.
Big up Ernie, man.
Shout out to man like Ernie.
Yeah.
See, that came together nice because he was about to embarrass himself there.
Yeah. No.
He got man like Ernie, man. Always when I see him spotting, he was like, bro, I listened to the last pod.
That's dope.
How was the live? I said, yo, the live. He goes, I wanted to come, but I had the kids. It was their birthday that day.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ernie, man. I just want to reach out, big up Ernie. I think he said he's from St. Lucia.
Yeah. He's one of them Donnies.
Yeah. So we're cousins.
Yeah.
But shout out to man like Ernie.
Come on.
I like the hat you're wearing.
I respect it.
So I think it's only right a shout to Black Edition, clothing.
Do you know what it is with this? Just like when I buy caps, it's either two things that happen. Yeah. It don't suit me, and I've got to just give it away because that's all I do. Any hats, I don't just just give it. Brother, someone will want it. It's a fresh hat, or I put it on and it's like, oh, whoever designed this knew exactly what they were doing, and it was the latter.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Because you've had that on your head since the live pod.
Yeah.
You haven't taken it off since.
No. I showered with it.
Yeah, I can tell.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So shout out to Black Edition Clothing. Go follow them. Hit them up and say the Fast Food Podcast boys sent you.
Yeah.
And they got some good designs over there. They actually did the. I purposely did not wear this shirt on the live. Because I didn't want the hassle of
gonna get
where
gassed.
Did I get that shirt from?
Yeah,
I suffer.
Dodge a bullet there.
Yeah. Facts, but shout out to them over there. They're gonna actually do me. I'm gonna get another design done. I'm gonna pattern out something different.
Yeah. Am I involved?
From the last time I checked, no. But like, if you want to, you can be involved. But I'm trying to do different design.
Yeah,
because it's all about promoting the show.
Yeah,
we're in the end game now. We need to promote the show.
Definitely.
Until Nike start cutting checks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until Nike start cutting checks, we need to and Adidas and them man there.
I think we should put the link to Black Edition's website in the description. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I think that's the way forward. Shout out to the man them. What are you saying? Oh, should we go there? I feel like we need to discuss the live show.
Shout out to Taloni while we're at it, man.
Shout out to Taloni.
She wasn't at the live pod, but
yeah, shout out to you.
She might be.
So we had the live show.
Sorry, what we saying?
We'll spin the block.
So yeah. Sorry, blame our marketing director over there. slash director of the thing, because he just threw me right off.
We got a shout out Jay, young Jay's in the building.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the
shout out to you. We don't forget the vibes. We don't forget young Jay.
Hey, one thing as well on the tags for the post, you got the @ wrong.
Oh, look, for you.
For him, you just put @ Jojo.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so some.
Oh, we need to correct that,
just
man.
comes up.
Oh,
no, we can't be having that. We can't be having that. No. Let's correct that right now.
Yeah, we saw that.
Let's correct that.
Thank you for letting us know.
Right now.
Well, based on that,
great segues to the segue.
Yeah, perfect. We put up a few days ago a thank you to all the people who took part and who at least, because you can only tag 20 people in that pod.
But there was
in the message.
Yeah.
But we wish we could salute all of you, but we're going to do it now.
Yes.
So we want to thank everybody who came down to the live show on the 27th of May. It was a beautiful occasion.
Yep.
I enjoyed it immensely. I enjoyed it more than the first time I did we did the live show.
Yeah, and that's the feedback I got from those who came to the first one as well.
Yeah.
They had a better experience, and I think they appreciate that we definitely put in. I mean, they don't know the work we put in behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But they definitely appreciated how the night went. That obviously this time we were well more prepared. We took out all the filler. Was making a sandwich. It was definitely more protein than lettuce.
100%.
And I
want to thank Joe because Joe, this is why I know Joe is a serious Donny.
A gongargan.
I couldn't afford Joe this time round because Joe's is an expensive. Like people out there that want to hire our cameraman.
Yeah.
Just know that if you approach me or anyone to get involved or to hire him, you're gonna have to have some peas. That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
But what I rate about Joe is he still came down, represented, and he took pictures, and he
was orchestrating as well. Like on the
involved.
sly one, he was still like, "Yeah, you guys do this."
And he didn't have to.
Nah.
But it was appreciated that he was present, and that meant more to me than anything else.
Well, he was in his director bag. He was orchestrating and boom, and And I personally can't wait to see them pictures.
Yeah.
Feels like they're being held hostage, but I can't wait to see them pictures.
Check your emos.
Okay. All right. Spoken like a true director. Check your emos, guys. Nah.
Shout
Big
out to Joe.
You know what's funny though? I was very cautious of like not saying his name too much on the I didn't want people to get too familiar with his face. You know, like Joe's face,
right?
Because obviously, you see what I'm saying. So I was trying to like big him up without pointing and go, yeah, that's him with the camera. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, every day that goes by, Joe's price is different from the day before, innit? So
it's different.
It's different, yeah. But shout out to Joe.
Yeah.
What else? Who else we need to big up? We need to big up. We had a co-host.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Oh, am I jumping too far ahead?
No, I want to ask you how you felt about the show. How did you feel? Did you enjoy it? Was it... Do you know what I mean? Do you feel like it could have gone better? Or was you happy? Or was you...
Nah, I was just on the high, bro. It's just like, first of all, shout out to the Cube. I just like that venue's just so like slick and sophisticated. Do you know what I mean? So it was just nice to walk to a venue and be able to tell people we're at this venue, and they go online and they Google it and they're like, "Raw, you lot are here. What happened to the last venue?" I was like, "Come on, man, we're leveling up." Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna shout out to the Cube each and every time, bro. I feel like the preparation we put into this live, and we stripped away all the BS.
Yeah.
And we were just like, right, we were adamant we're doing this, and this. I mean, shit, man. For those that didn't come, we had a menu, a physical menu when you walked in to let you know what was happening on the night. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's with us seeing what we did with the first one. Like, how can we improve on what we did on the first one and get the crowd more involved?
Let's not tell too many people about our movements, because you know, like you start getting people teeth in vibes and that.
ideas and them thing there. But
swagger jackers.
those who came to the door knew what talk.
They knew what time it was. Do you know what I mean?
was.
We did a certain thing on the night that allowed them to
interact
and dictate what we actually spoke on the night. And I thought that was very it was imperative we did that to let them feel more involved.
Yeah.
And it was nice and intimate. Yeah, bro, I just,
Word was there were certain conversations that we could have spoken about longer.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting because I feel like I'm quite decisive in understanding where and when to move.
Nah, definitely one in particular where there was a few females who was definitely very vocal, which we wanted because we don't want it to be a boys' locker room, do we?
No.
Hold on. Do you think there's more women? Do you think there's more women?
We love that the women.
You love a boys' locker room. You got to relax. Do you think there was more women there than men?
I feel like they were
like a 60-40, I think.
And the word was from certain man was like, "Raw, there was girls there, I was like, bro, like,
nice things. What did they think we was doing?
Who do you think I am?
What do you think this was? The fantasy football podcast or something? Like, come on, bro. We got women listen to the show, bro. That's why
man thought they were gonna get FPO tips.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Like, bruv, like man's trying to find out when to use their flipping wild cards and stuff. This is us. Like at the end of the day, if the man then really peep it, we try our hardest not to talk about sports on this pod for a reason because we know we've got a female audience and we don't want to alienate them.
That's why we leave it to the end of the show.
At least so they know. You know what I mean? But the ladies definitely came out dressed to the nines. They was looking good. They were smelling good. I was just smiling throughout the whole pod. But I was glad I had my sunglasses on so I could really scope what was going on.
Shout out to Amy. Shout out to Chidey. I'm coming over to your lot's houses in the next couple of days.
What was that? Just
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
It's got a delivery.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought it was like a barbecue setting. So I was like, I know this is a 2-man pod.
Drop something off.
Yeah, they got to take pictures with the shirts. If they don't
Yeah. I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Shout out to them because they were great sports.
Yeah, we're not gonna say what game we played because again, we don't want people to know and try and pattern.
Because they enjoyed it.
But I've had feedback that was a good.
That was a vibe.
Yeah,
that's a vibe. What I found was that we kind of knew, but again, it happened. We just ran out of time. We had so much more.
Yeah. I feel like we might have to start open at 5 and then start 7 or something. Because
it's a lot.
Even though we were adamant we're gonna go with these things, we made it a very tight don't you dare show. Don't you dare. We still ran out of time, bro. Because there was we had at least 3 games to play.
Yeah.
And we only managed to do the one. But the one we did do was still very interactive.
Yeah, it was good.
It's quantifiably a fact that in regards to the 2 sides of the pod, my side was definitely
your side was the best side.
Your
side was the best side.
That was the Brooklyn.
I was hating on them still. But
I know, but you have to.
I couldn't just. Like that. You know what I mean?
But so do we big up the boss lady now, or
big up the boss lady?
Yes, big up the boss lady who, we just stumbled on. Hold on, let me use. Wait.
Stumbled onto her.
That's what I was about to say.
This guy.
I hear it, man. hey, Drizzy.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. I mean, I don't want anyone to get incriminated, but as long as we're all in the same boat, let's keep rowing. Let's keep rowing. We're in the same boat. I had some feedback on Boss Lady as well. A couple of my guys was like, "So who was that?" I said, first of all,
we gotta relax,
please.
Yeah.
She's gonna try to help us get to the big league.
Yeah.
I can't have you lot sniffing around here.
Yeah, it's too much.
Shout out to the Boss Lady who definitely
shout out to Keish.
Makes kept us on our toes.
Keisha, love.
Make sure everything ran smooth.
Yeah, man.
And doing some of the things that we she just makes us be able to just focus on the night, the content we're going to provide, and bringing the best version of ourselves to the live. And she deals with everything else. So shout out to her. Man.
Shout out to her. And we spoke to her. Obviously, we touched base with her again after the pod. Yeah. She gave us her input on stuff, and we just appreciate having a team again. Joe.
Yep.
Keisha.
Yep.
Shout out to Jay Gabs.
Yep.
Shout out to Reams, who came through and blessed it. You
I
know
got
what I mean?
feedback about Rings as well.
Yeah, I bet you did.
It's just like, bro, like, what do you like?
Yeah.
Listen, man, then when you don't give me the feedback, what do you want me to do, please?
All right,
so
cool.
I understand.
All right, the man them that don't know us, just understand that we know people.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. It's
Yeah.
normal. I don't know what you lot get excited about, but this is just us every day.
Yeah.
Day.
Day.
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Crisis.
Yep.
Shout out to TK, Broski, Love.
Yeah, I feel like TK owes me a percentage of his fee for the night, you know? Bro, TK's missus come up to, she goes, hey, babes, you all right? I said, yeah, what's happening? We were talking, catching up on the good time, like when we went to the brunch and boom, 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 boom. He's like, oh, yeah, TK was wondering if, like, he could get a break because he wants to mingle with people. And I was like, yeah, cool, all right. I didn't think nothing of it. I said, yeah, I'll jump on. I had my laptop. I was going to offer to DJ anyway.
Yeah.
But then I clocked... While I was shelling down, I was like, hold on a minute. Nah, Teeks owes me a little 5% still. Yo, Teeks, yeah, we were going to have to speak about that still. I was like, hold on a minute. Teeks might have to give me a little 5% of the fee, bro. But shout out to Teeks, you know what I mean? We had a good time.
Music was good.
Yeah, yeah. I had to represent a little bit of soca and all that, but now we had a good time. So shout out to everyone that came. I feel like those who were meant to be there were there. But shout out to there are some people that I know for a fact who bought tickets, who knew they couldn't make it, but they still bought tickets.
That's love.
So I want to shout out to you people.
Yeah.
And hopefully next time, because we are already planning the next one, you are able to make it in the physical form. But I do appreciate you buying the ticket to support the thing.
I think the next one's going to be lit.
Yeah.
I think the next one might possibly be up there in the rafters as one of the best.
We might have to retire after the next one.
It might be one of them ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then just rebrand and rename everything.
100%. And we'll be able to afford Joe this time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think this time round we can make it happen.
But you know what, though? I'm of the thinking that even if Joe's filming and stuff, it's like never to go out unless we set up a certain thing that gives you exclusive access to stuff like that. Because if you weren't there, why should you see something that people pay to go and enjoy?
Yeah,
Do you see
that's
what I'm
true.
saying?
No, that's true.
Because even Summer Jam, that was last weekend, that you could go on Tidal and stream it for free before.
Right.
Obviously, you got a Tidal account. You could,
Yeah.
But now, they're charging like $19 to watch it.
Wow.
Which is not bad. If you think about it, you're living in the UK, you want to watch Summer Jam.
You got to pay.
Like the Locks, I think the Locks closed it.
Yeah.
For the 50 years of hip hop. Like $19, I don't know how much that works with the conversion, but to see Summer Jam in all its entirety, because it's like a 5-6 hour event.
Sure, yeah, it's a long way.
That's
with a lot of acts.
Chump change.
It's true when you think about it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jordan London and shout out to Mr. Dirty for performing on the night as well.
Yep.
We salute to you lot coming and represent.
Big up yourselves. It's funny how that worked out, but it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, but yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll leave the door open.
100%.
Let's just say that. We'll leave the
100%.
door open.
Yeah.
And let's see. Maybe next one. Yeah. But man, shout out to my
Is
Darren.
anything else? Yeah, shout out to Darren
Guest
Hart.
of the show, friend of the show,
Yeah,
came down
man.
and
Come
like
on.
big up. So he got involved.
Shout out my cousin Tyreek. Shout out Niche.
Yeah.
Shout out
T was
the
down
wifey.
there. Yeah. Shout
All
to
your friends that you brought through.
Yeah,
shout out to Amy.
That little VIP section was
VIP was calm.
Rowdy, man.
Yeah, it was like
At one point, one of the ladies was like,
"Who was that, Donny?"
She pointed at me.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I was like,
I think it was Jamie.
Damn, she talked to me like we've seen each other naked and I never called her again, bro. She had some energy for me, boy. But yeah, big up everyone that came
Who
through.
was that
man.
Donny that was giving he had a lot to say. Him and E-Man had.
Shout out to Mr. Francis.
Was that Mr. Francis?
I might invite him down to the show.
Big him up.
I might invite him to pass through one of the episodes. Shout out to
Big
Mr.
him-
Francis.
big up Mr. Francis.
He always supports, man. He always hits me
Come
up
on.
and says, yo, Frex, man, I like what you're doing. I know you're on 2 different platforms, but I like what you're doing and I support the thing and I'm going to come down. I said, all right, bro.
Yeah, love
A
that.
man of his word. So shout out to Mr. Francis, man.
Yeah, man. Once again, thank you for everybody coming down to the show. The live show was amazing. We had a good time, and definitely will be another live show in the works. But we will let you know as soon as we know. You will know.
You will know.
100%.
Deserve. This should be fun.
So, The last episode.
Wait. Should we take an intermission? Let's take an
It's
intermission.
an intermission period.
And I think you should play the song I suggested to lead into this next part. I think that's a great fucking segue. If I do say so myself, that is a great segue.
Intermission period 1. This is a fast food podcast.
Run my
This
tune.
is episode 9, by the way.
Whoa.
Let's do it like this.
You are now listening to the Fast Food Podcast.
Fast food podcast, season 6, episode 9. Drizzy Sakafet Freckles in the building. Jojo Montana, young JJ in the building. My name is Morgan Heights.
Act bad.
Act bad. It's growing on me.
Yeah.
It's growing on me.
I think you need to watch the video just for it to capture.
Maybe
the
I
moment.
do.
Yeah, there's a lot of cheeks in there.
Then I'm sold.
Speaking of cheeks, did you not see Offset's story?
Big up to my like Offset.
What's upset? So what's this?
Bro.
Enlighten me.
Bro.
Offset's. So you know Offset's wife is Cardi.
Yep.
Boy.
And I think he was just what was he? He was just
She
chilling.
was laying down. They were just chilling. He just had his hands all over some ass.
Her booty looks so soft, man.
Oh,
It looks so soft.
BBL.
It looks like
It's a BBL though.
it
Isn't
looks soft like putting cake in a bowl with just bare custard. But there's more custard than cake. It just looks
At
soft.
this point, BBL or not, man, I'm in there, man.
And when the way she moves,
I
Lord,
saw something on the gram where she was just kind of she was
just
just
stood up
flicking
and
it.
she just like,
yeah.
it
I
looks
saw
so
it.
soft,
But even
man.
then,
Buttery.
with her one, it looks more natural anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna.
that's-
I think we need to discuss that at some point today.
We will, yeah.
Tonight.
Maybe, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
But it's buttery. But what on the subject of acting bad?
Yeah.
Scandalous.
We were here in the last episode talking,
Yeah.
and we kind of just ruffled the surface. It wasn't really something that we had a deep dive on because it was literally, okay, this has happened, and okay. But, okay, in the last 2 weeks, bro, since we recorded, things have really popped off.
Accelerated at lightning speed.
It's like they waited for us to talk about it, knowing that we would have gone in probably.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, we're gonna wait till Drizzy and Morgan Heights touch on this discussion, and then we're gonna go in because boy.
Okay, can we refrain from using the word touch in this next topic, please? Because I don't feel comfortable. But carry on.
Okay,
Right,
so-
talk about it. I'm going to set the dinner table and then you can serve, yeah? So the dinner table's set. Go ahead, sir. Act bad.
Phillip Schofield. Phillip Schofield
Sophie.
is in a lot of trouble.
Let's put it lightly.
When we discussed it last time, we were just speaking about the fact that he had stepped down from this morning.
Because his brother
Because his brother's out here.
convicted of being
11 accounts
of
sexual abuse.
what do we call it over here though? What do the Cockneys call it?
Nonce.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
Yeah. And it's peak for him.
Shit.
It's very peak for him.
Seems like it runs in the bloodline to be honest.
It's in the DNA. I got not me, but they've got in their DNA.
Allegedly, innit?
Allegedly.
No, we
Allegedly. So we're talking about the whole fact that he had stepped down. After that, it spiraled out of control. There was rumblings about him and Holly Willoughby not getting along.
Yeah.
Again, that's an alleged.
Alleged.
We don't know.
We don't know.
But that's what we were hearing. It was happening.
Yeah. But it seems like that was almost like a little cover up to what was really gonna pop. Like I think if in an alternate universe, he would have loved it if it was just me and her weren't getting on anymore. So I stepped down for the betterment of the show.
Yeah.
He would have just loved it to be that, and we kept it moving.
Oh, people would have loved it just to be that. The UK and England, the majority of the people who watch this morning and empathise and love Holly Willoughby and Phillip Schofield especially, felt like it was brave that he'd come out in 2020 with regarding to him being gay.
Sidetracking though.
I was like,
is water wet?
Okay, like I mean, all right. Let's just keep it 100. A celebrity of that stature coming out saying they're gay ain't a surprise. No one's surprised. Like it's not. It's like okay, cool. All right, so you're sleeping with Donnies. All right, cool. All right, bruv.
But but especially when they move a certain way, it's kind of like they're already laying the. Yeah, I can say that. It's like they're already laying the breadcrumbs.
Quick question.
To work it out.
Do you think he gives it or receives it?
What do you think? He's a bottom or a top?
Yeah.
I think he's a giver.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a giver, man.
Act bad.
I think
he acts bad. I can't lie.
Ask me that question in about 5 minutes when we deep dive. Pause. All right. So Phillip Schofield's been on air for 38 years now,
bro.
It's a long time,
bro.
Long time holding that, suppressing that. It's a long time suppressing that. Married with 2 kids. You know what it is, yeah? When man go to you, when man try to defend somebody and go, oh, yeah, but he's married. Yeah, bro.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
I can't lie.
He's got 30 kids. Yeah,
I have a lot to say about that because married with 2 kids.
Yeah.
And then you. Cancel culture's out there, innit? So let me not say too much.
Yeah, say what you want. Say what you want to say, and I'll edit.
Allegedly. I don't know, man. Something ain't right, man.
No, bad.
There's no
cover up, but normally that's a cover up, isn't it?
No, but it don't make sense though, because surely if you swing
both ways,
yeah. If you like the booty hole,
all right, let me ask you a question. If you swing both ways, are you gay or you just what do you call
greedy.
it? What do you call it when you
greedy?
Yeah, craven,
greedy.
Yeah. I
one or the other.
Don't know what you want.
Greedy, bro.
Yeah.
But then I don't know though, because
you're double dipping.
Yep.
But it's obviously that he didn't like both though, because because for me personally, that just sounds mad.
Well,
there's no way you're telling me you're balls deep in the Puna and having youths and that, and then now you're gay.
Yeah.
Keep this guy microphone, bro.
All right.
He said clearly doesn't like both. What's going on?
Okay. I feel like Phillip Schofield is at such an elite level in status and money and celebrity that it's the only route that them man there go down, like where they don't. It's like nothing's enough. A wife and kids ain't enough for them. And at the end of the day, right? Let's keep it 100. Affairs happen all the time. Okay, this is not something new. People have affairs. My thing is okay, let's go forward.
Forward.
Allegedly, he's been sleeping with a young runner who was on ITV at the time called Matthew McGreedy.
Oh, that sounds bad. He was sleeping with a young runner. That sounds crazy.
A young runner called McGreedy.
Bro, that sounds bad.
So his name is Matthew McGreevy, and Phillip Schofield knew this Donny from the age of 10 or 11 years old.
So he groomed him essentially.
So there is a theatre school. Allegedly, there's a theatre school called Two Face, which is interesting, right? Which was like where Phillip Schofield was like a mentor, a patron at the school. So he already knew Matthew from the age of 10 or 11 years old.
Talent scouting. Like
right?
Football.
There's even deeper connotations and
Can we deeper? Just said, please. No.
He's even deeper rabbit holes that we can go down. Pause. But let's talk about the BBC interview and we can.
Okay, cool.
That was all kinds of wrong.
Yeah, no, but okay, cool.
He's saying that he met Matthew McGreevy.
I'm not even talking about that part.
When he was 15.
Okay.
And he followed him on Twitter.
Okay.
And then after that, they had a few conversations, and then he invited him up to ITV as an introduction. Right. What? See, this is the beauty of the internet. A guy called Jack Jones, who just got 1 million followers, all of a sudden was in a restaurant, and behind him, Phillip Schofield and this young Donny was having having dinner there. He's let off like one of those little party poppers. To say I've won I have acquired 1 million followers. Phillip Schofield's behind him, caught him on camera, allegedly afterwards, Phillip Schofield has told him, bro, you can't put that out on the internet, but didn't tell him why. When you look at the time frame, I believe it was like 2015. Matthew McGreevy would have only have been, I don't know, he would have been young. He would have been underage.
Well, from the fact he's known him since 15.
Well, he's known him since he's been 10.
Apparently.
Allegedly, he's known him since. Well, no. What we're not going to allege is that there is footage of him in a school with the boy. There's a picture of him and the boy together in the school at 11 or 10 years old.
Fire for that.
Fire for that. So that's not alleged. That happened. I don't know what age he was when Jack Jones had made his little viral video, but he was still underage, and Phillip Schofield was sitting there having dinner with him. So she got caught then.
Do we know the restaurant? Because I don't want to be eating the sink. I remember seeing that. He was in the corner, wasn't he?
Yes.
But it was by the window, though.
Yes, no? And who was the boy?
But it's like you're sitting by the window, big Phillip Schofield.
It was slugging lettuce.
Bruv, one of them.
Probably, yeah.
One of them, bruv. So when in the BBC interview, he couldn't say that he was grooming Matthew, because let's talk about the word grooming. What does grooming mean? Grooming just means like you're assisting somebody in a business or a company, or
But you can use the term grooming on yourself. What is grooming? Keeping your beard
essentially,
in check.
Essentially, the term that's being used is when somebody you've known someone from a young age, and essentially you've just done everything apart from have a consensual relationship with them up until they were legal age. So until they became of age. So you basically done X, Y, and Z, giving them job opportunities, knowing them throughout life, taking them for dinners and X, Y, Z. But you've literally waited to have this consensual sexual relationship until they were of age.
So you're basically laying down the foundations to then say, because look, if you think about it, right?
Basically gave him a safe space till he was of age. And
Right.
then when he became of age, he went...
But think about all these things he's doing for him and not expecting anything in return.
Yeah.
At some point, he's going to be like, well, hold on a little one. I've done this and this for you. You're now working at ITV. You wouldn't have got this job if it wasn't for me. But now I need to cash in on my return. So
that's
fucking bad.
What did he say on the BBC interview though? He was like, "Oh, nothing happened. I knew of the boy. He followed me on Twitter. I invited him up to ITV. I gave him a job on ITV, and then something happened." Like,
or something just happened, just like that.
Something just You're like, so he's alluding to something moved from a friendship to we then started beating. I started clapping his cheeks. Now, the rumblings were before he had stepped down from ITV was.
I don't know if we can move past what you just said so swiftly.
We have to. We've got so much to talk about.
No, but even then, I don't. For me, it's not even about the relationship stuff. It's the way he name dropped Caroline Flack into all of this.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
That was disgusting.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just think when you are so senior in status and as a human being in general, you should actually be protecting these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Not actually trying to beat them.
Yeah.
Because again, this is my thing as well, right? Check this out. I'm going to ask young Jay this. Jay, if you meet a young child, right? I don't know, it could be a friend's child, it could be a young cousin, and you meet them let's just say you meet them from the age of 2. You have a interaction with them from the age of 2. You live your life, they live their life. You interact with them growing up, they become 35. You're older than them. They become 35. Do you or do you not look at them like a 2-year-old still?
I still look at them as a 2-year-old.
Thank you.
Even then, at 35, I'm probably looking at you like you're 15.
Thank you very much. That's how I see things, because I'm in my 40s. I'm in 46, and I've got younger cousins, nephews, people that I'm representing and protecting, right? And no matter how old they get, I will always see them the same way. They might have muscles, they might be big, they might have jobs, they might be travel. That's my baby, that's my nephew, that's responsibility. So in this aspect, his argument was, Leonardo DiCaprio has young girls on his side. No one says nothing about it. It's cool for him. And he tried to play the homosexual card, where we're all homophobic for calling him out on his fuckery. That's what he said in the interview.
Yeah, but that's a lot of like you're just grasping for straws, bro. Because
100%.
first of all, what Leonardo DiCaprio does is none of your business. And even though we don't condone what he's doing,
all of those guys are over the age of 21, anyways.
Allegedly, and Leo be acting bad, man.
Yeah,
but it's Leonardo DiCaprio, and that's none of your business. And two wrongs don't make a right. I can't stand when people try to clutch for scores.
I feel like that's the point that we need to understand. This is not a comparative. Why are we comparing things to make your situation seem like it's normal? It ain't normal, bro.
It's not.
And I feel like Matthew McGreevy had grievances, excuse the wordplay, but that's how we do, with Philip. And in the BBC interview, Philip is saying, he was asked, did you give pay for representation for Matthew?
Yeah.
So hold on a minute, wait. So you groomed him, you tumped out his batty, he spoke out, he was about to speak out, and now you're paying for his lawyer fees and everything else. What are we doing?
No wonder we're not hearing from him.
No wonder we can't hear nothing from him.
Because there's two stories, there's three sides to the story.
It's yours, mine,
and then the truth. And we're just hearing one side of the story.
Right now.
And he's still trying to beg or seek sympathy after all this.
This is what I got from it. I'm looking online at some of the news outlets talking about Phillip Schofield after the fact that he had an interview on BBC. I think he had an interview with The Sun as well, right? And they're like, "Oh, we feel sorry for you." I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for him. He's sitting there going, "Oh, do you lot want me to die?" If you are doing anything to kids underage,
Fire for that.
Fire for that. So I'm like, we are seeing a master manipulator. We're seeing the fact that allegedly he's paid 30 grand a month to like these crisis management team to help him basically navigate through the media outlets coming for him, right, and things of that nature. Now, apparently his agent has left him. Apparently people have moved away from him. Obviously, Holly Willoughby don't want nothing to do with him. She was on this morning. She went on this morning and she said something. She said some cold-blooded shit. Yeah. And when you read between the lines with what she said, you could hear that she was just moving away from Donny. She basically might as well have gone this morning and said, "I ain't got nothing to do with him."
Yeah, because she's saying stuff like, someone that we truly loved and cared for and trusted, let us down and lied to us and stuff like that. And yeah, but then there's also the Alison Hammond angle.
Yeah,
where she was on this thing just crying, bawling her eyes out.
Did you buy that?
Well, here's the thing. I get that you had a certain relationship with him that would warrant you to feel some type of way, because it's someone you've got a work and a personal relationship, I assume, and now they're no longer working with you because they're, it's going crazy for them. But to be on live TV crying over them when they've put themselves in that situation, and it's not even like a situation where it's like they're an innocent bystander. They've been doing it for years.
It's crazy.
It just makes you look very, dare I say it, and I hate to use this for my own people, but he was looking very coonish.
Yeah, I hear you. I get that. Do you know what?
Why are we crying for him?
Yeah,
when he's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
he's not gonna be on the street begging for money. You're not gonna walk on Oxford Street and be like, "Oh, right, that's Phillip Schofield just asked me 100%. For a pound." You should be saving your crocodile tears for what's going on with this kid. This kid's name's out there now.
Yep.
You said his name multiple times.
Yep.
His name's out there. Whatever job he had before, his life has literally turned upside down.
Peak.
why are you focusing on the person who caused this aggro? And why are you crying over them when really your focus and attention should be on what's the mental state of this kid whose name is out there and he's not a topic of discussion?
I feel like we haven't seen the last of this.
Not at all.
Apparently this week ITV have to go to see the government.
Yeah, House of Parliament.
To talk about the situation.
Because the one of the main guys who's called Dame something, apparently he had an interview on Sky and they said to him, they asked him verbatim, is the stories true about the work environment there being very toxic? It's a toxic environment. And he said, you know what I think is toxic? Aubergine. Have you ever had aubergine? Like aubergine, I think that's a very toxic thing. Like aubergine. Bro, what are you doing? Why are you trying? What?
Yeah. What is that?
They asked you a question. They didn't ask you what you like in your salad.
Yeah.
They didn't ask you when you're horny, do you send your missus that emoji? Yeah. They said to you, is the work environment, which has one of the biggest TV shows, toxic? Yes or no? But in a typical Chris Brown dance versus Usher dance-off way, he skirt and goes, aubergine. Who the fuck is talking about aubergine, bro?
Do you think that they knew what was going on up there?
Bro, I just feel when your golden goose is golden. When your golden goose is giving you that geese fat that is putting you, allowing you to have a monopoly, a portfolio, should I say, of houses where you've got multiple mortgages, nice vacations, never having to worry about where your next penny is coming from.
Jumping queues when the Queen died.
All of that.
Normal.
You are you're going Stevie Wonder meets Ray Charles mode, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Because, and I don't want to bring Donnie into this, but there's people in his entourage that saw R. Kelly moving a certain way. Yeah. But R. Kelly is their breadwinner. Yeah. What are they going to do? Yeah. Even though they know what he's doing is wrong, but at the same time, they're thinking, yo, man, this Donnie's giving me 10K a month. Yeah, I'm now the breadwinner of my family. Like, I've surpassed my father as the head of the table.
So turn a blind eye.
Turn a blind eye. It's crazy. Even though you know, morally, it's not the way. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you're thinking, I've got kids to feed, I've got my mum's needs medical assistance, the bills are high, boom, 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 boom. They're turning blind eye to a lot of stuff, bro. But the problem I have with these type of stories is when someone says, yeah, we've known about this for time, and I'm glad it's finally come out, and then it's like, well, hold on a minute. What prevented you from bringing light to this years ago?
But you know what happened? You know what happens? It's because when the story starts to come out, they then don't want to look like they are hiding anything. So imagine if everybody who was not saying nothing kept it all stum, and then one by one someone's talking out. If you're one of the people in that circle, it's do or die now. You can't not act like you don't know. So your next bet is to go, all right, fuck it. I'm not going to die for this. Yeah, cool. We knew, but we just didn't say nothing. Do you know what I'm saying?
And it's also it's peak, because imagine you talk first and no one else talks with you.
This is the thing, but it's good to keep your receipts, man. Like, it's good to keep your receipts. Like, do it in a controlled environment. Maybe you go on a live or something, because you know everyone goes on lives now to pour their hearts out and stuff. Maybe you go on a live. It's in a controlled environment, and it just bothers me that when they come out, as soon as the story breaks, all of a sudden they come out of the woodworks like cockroaches. I've known. And then
it was Eamon Holmes,
but he's been doubling down.
But I think Eamon Holmes was talking about it before,
and he was alluding to it, and I think he was being very wise with what he said. But he was trying to give us just enough
breadcrumbs
to make us go,
Yeah, to question the motherfucker.
And then Carol Vorderman came out in support of Alison Heyman. Because there was someone who...
She was crying on...
Yeah, and there was someone tweeted her. I was like, oh, look at you, crying, crocodile tears, blah, 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 blah. And then Cara Vorderman replied back to that person, and she goes, "Listen, shut your mouth because you ain't got a leg to stand on.
Right.
Because you was fucking the prime minister while he had his wife at home.
Oh shit!
And then you know what Twitter's like. They was like, oh, Carol, put your feet up. Let's do some research on that. And they started pulling out receipts, pictures of my girl next to Boris, and then the articles. And it's like, yo, man, don't throw stones.
Yeah.
When you live in a glass house.
Yeah. So obviously, going back to what you mentioned about Caroline Flack.
Yep.
Also, remember the whole Jeremy Carl thing as well.
Yep.
Where ITV are just not looking after their people, and not doing
well-being. We just had Mental Health Week.
ITV
a couple weeks ago.
ITV don't know how to do damage control well.
They don't. Yeah. They're shit at it. I feel like something's gonna happen, and I also want to say watch this space because I don't think this whole Phillip Schofield thing is over. No. And the research that I've done online, there's some shit. That they're too. It's not factual enough for me to actually present.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Like, you've worked. Okay, let's assume he's worked hard because I'm sure he's been given some little backhand, shit. He's been given some little.
I think as well. Yeah, I feel like somehow, some way, with his brother's situation, evidence is gonna start piling up that says, "Yo, Phillip was involved."
Yeah,
I think that's.
Yeah,
Phillip,
I was going to get to that.
Phillip was sliding some of these young boys.
Bro, it's two brothers, man. They're brothers, bro.
And here's the thing: his brother was probably using my brother's Phillip Schofield card to entice and get these little boys round.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, what was happening was obviously the boy Timothy Schofield is his name. Timothy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Timothy Schofield.
Tim and Phillip.
Timothy Schofield.
PT.
He was doing a madness, and Phillip Schofield put a statement out saying he's disowned his brother. He's got nothing to do with him.
That's rich.
But apparently went to court and said he knew what his brother was doing. So if we're saying that allegedly, if you're saying that he knew what his brother was doing, and Phillip Schofield has got rumblings of this situation with this youth, it's all suspect, bro. It's all suspect.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
You know that statement of "I disowned my brother" was to cover up his.
Of course.
There's no way you can make that statement and then 2 weeks later your own story comes out.
Do you know what I felt? I felt like when Phillip Schofield did the interview, he was speaking too early. I think you shot your load too early, bro. Because you might have to. Some of the shit you've said,
you might have to reiterate and backtrack on. And
it's peak for you right now, bro. I think you should just shut your mouth.
But what drives? Listen. So you've gone to the school to learn to become a presenter. You've done the media training, this, that, and the third, yada yada yada. You've been given some little, obviously Phillip, he's cut a few corners to get to where he's got to, right? But then you get to the point where you're at the pinnacle of a presenter's gig. Like, the only people that can chat to you is like Holly, because Holly does other gigs as well, and Ant and Dec, right? You get to that promised land of British TV, bro. You're doing Good Morning. You're presenting the TV soap awards. You're doing all these. You're doing games. You're hosting game shows and all that stuff. What makes you wake up one morning and go, you know what, I want to throw all this away and fiddle with little boys.
Crazy.
Bro. It's mad.
I feel sorry for his family, man. I feel sorry for his family and the people that are he's destroyed the whole thing, bruv.
Bro, the shame. Can you
It's
imagine your daughter's
crazy.
the daughter's going to school and everyone knows your dad is Phillip Schofield?
Dad
He
is
said
whopping Utes.
Snow Burger King. He said the girls have been around me because they're keeping an eye on him because, like you said, the Caroline Flack.
Yeah.
He said he's had many thoughts of suicide. And it's like we don't take suicide lightly around here, but don't use that to try and get sympathy from me.
Don't do that
because you put yourself in a situation.
Yeah.
And let's turn the tables around. If the boy was making advances towards you, you're a grown man with a wife and daughters. You be like, yo, man, nah. I thought you was just a fan of the show or a fan of my work, and you're trying to get a little a work placement and be a what do you call it, internship and all that.
Yeah.
Like now you're trying to like push yourself up on yourself.
Yeah,
Don't do that. And I'd out you, bro. I'm outing you with the swiftness, bro.
There's clips where he's live on TV giving the youth whiskey and that. Youth was an elf one year in the background, bro, and Phillip Schofield was giving him whiskey.
Stop. How did we get here? Man was an elf. Nah, you gotta relax. Let me get you a Santa Claus. Nah, you gotta relax. You gotta relax.
I think he actually was as well, you know.
Bro. And you know,
I think he actually
fire
was,
for that.
You know.
And you know what else is funny, yeah? You know what else is funny? A lot of the times they always say people do the most fuckery right in front of you.
Right in front of you. There was an award ceremony, you know, the soap awards or whatever. The youth was up on stage with
The
Phillip.
soap, yeah? Awards.
Yeah, bruv. Dropping the soap everywhere, bruv.
Bruv, listen. Like, Phillip Schofield, bruv. Like, just stop being on my TV from now, innit?
Yeah, it's peak.
Like, I don't want to see you on TV no more vaping like you're flipping down Archway or flipping.
And you know,
fire.
He's just making himself look like even more of a neek.
What? Who?
Piers Morgan.
Yeah, but bruv, when is
Fire
he
for Piers Morgan.
When is he not? And this is why these dumbasses say they come out with stuff and then they got to retract. He's gonna have to retract all of that.
What if Piers Morgan's like,
why are we piling onto him?
Yeah. And we got to think about his mental health and all that. But meantime, you invite the young Don, who clearly is trying to find his way in the world, on your show, and you try and berate him and blow it.
We get to that.
Fire for Piers Morgan.
We got onto that, which leads me to this week's "Why Don't You Just Shut Up?" Why don't you just shut up? Goes out to Phillip Schofield for talking way too early about what he's dealing with. He went on BBC, he went on Sun, or you had an interview with the Sun, and he said mad shit on there. Lots of stuff was contradictory. A lot of stuff was a lie. A lot of the stuff you alluded to, and we know the truth. So, Phillip Schofield, if I was you, I would shut up. Keep your mouth shut for now. Fast Food Podcast.
Fire.
Intermission period 2. Record of the week goes out to P Money. There's a record with DWE, JME, Frisco called Wagwarn Mumsy. So let's check this one out. Love to the family. Fast Food Podcast, episode 9. And we do it like this.
You are now listening to the Fast Food Podcast.
That was Record of the Week by P Money featuring DWE, JME, and Frisco called Wagwarn Mumsy. Salute to the man, them UK. You know that. You know we represent UK.
Shout them out.
Shout you out to you guys. Did you hear about them Wrexham Donnies that just went through the US football, the women's US football team just went through them, beat them 12-0.
Oh, bro, the way you set it up, I was like, what? Nah.
Bro, the Wrexham boys went true.
Bro, you got to stop. Play, please. Say play, because you keep saying true. I'm thinking it's something else.
But would you though?
Hey man, Alex Morgan, man. She
So-
can get it whenever. She can get it wherever, whenever.
You gotta relax.
Hey. Hey.
That's for the Shakira thing. Wherever, whenever. Yeah.
So the other day the story came out that they had a friendly, right? And apparently the Wrexham football team, they were like second string. They weren't even like.
Oh, they weren't even starting to 11.
They weren't even starting 11. They were just
Dang.
like, you know what I mean?
It beat like that sometimes, man.
12-0.
Sometimes it's like that. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
So what do you think about this whole thing with sports and women's sports and men being involved in the sports? And then
I watch a lot of WSL. It's on TV. It's good. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's football.
Oh, okay.
And then a close second is, obviously.
The non-bread.
I wasn't going to go that far, but now we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look. Listen, We've been watching the man them run around in shorts for years and not fortnight.
Yeah.
Now you got women and okay, first of all, some of them do look like they're just gonna go from the football pitch to a rave.
Yeah.
Like they be having like the braziest eyelashes, they're fully makeup, but the skill set in the WS League is pretty good. It's a high standard now. It's getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think they'll be able to compete with the men at some point?
No.
I don't know.
Do you know? No, and I say no, yeah. And you lot are gonna think I'm
No, but he
saying
can
it.
because he's off camera, so it's fine.
But let me learn. Because my point
Go on,
isn't,
Jay, say what you're saying.
My point isn't that because men are better. There is no investment into women's grassroots football.
This is true.
Right.
When the grassroots scene starts to get more funding and people start looking at it and going, yo, there's something here.
Yeah.
That is when we will see.
They're doing numbers though.
They
Attendance-wise, they're doing numbers.
Are they?
I think since they won the Euros, numbers has gone through the roof.
But that's always been the biggest issue though. It stems from the grassroots level because on a Sunday, everyone will take, and on a Saturday, Sunday, everyone's going to take the time out to be there at the boys' games.
Yeah.
The girls, not so much.
Right.
So the investment, the energy needs to get put towards the grassroots scene first.
That's where it starts, grassroots, yeah.
Who's the lady that, who's the advocate, who's advocating this women's US football thing? Do you know?
What's
her name?
Begins with R. Her surname begins with R. I know you're talking about. She's got the boycott type of hair.
She got pink hair.
Yeah, her. Yeah.
She's advocating for more.
Like especially like the salaries and like
the
cheese, the way the bread's cut. The women should get a bit.
How do you think transsexuals should represent?
They shouldn't be allowed to play the game. Because what we doing?
Yeah.
Like,
how do you feel about that?
You're already making your female team members at a disadvantage because you're. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree.
And what happens when you go to the changing room?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like they should just have their separate sports and do their thing.
What would you call that league though? You know what? Don't answer that. So I just realized.
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna say y'all like that.
R.I.P. Jackie O, aka Jacqueline Smith, the wife of DC Young Fly, comedian, entertainer, who passed away recently. Why are you so mad?
Nah, it's just. That's a heavy segue.
Yeah,
wait, hold on. Are you going somewhere with this?
Yeah, this is.
What are we doing?
Are you going somewhere? Yeah.
I'm saying R.I.P.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
She left 3 kids behind. She had apparently heart failure while having this procedure called mummy.
Oh, for Phillip sake.
Mummy makeover.
And so basically, she was undergoing
some procedures.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just really sad. You know, when we had conversations during the live show, we was talking about what we wanted out of a woman, naturally or unnatural, and what's going on in society.
This was my point I was trying to make before my plane could land.
I know, which is why. Okay, so let's stick a pin in that particular story.
So our condolences to the family and friends of her.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate she transitioned at such a young age, but obviously with the kids there, hopefully they will carry on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so thoughts and prayers, man.
But we have to talk about the fact that these procedures where women are going to get their tummy tucked, they're getting BBLs, they're getting liposuction, they're getting titty lifts, is a very dangerous procedure. And apparently, I didn't know this, but BBLs is like the #1 killer.
It's definitely on the rise, man.
I'm not trying to go back to this, but you see, that procedure itself is insane.
Right, I heard.
Yeah. I will pay women not to do that.
Yeah.
Honestly, because that is insane.
It's do you know what? Do you know when I was? You know when Joe, when I was actually looking into it, yeah, I'm quite squeamish, and when they were talking, yeah.
Like, you think about it, one procedure alone is dangerous.
Yep.
Having multiple procedures at the same time.
Yeah. Because depending how you do it, you have to maintain it. You have to get the regular check. You have to. It's almost like a SIM card. You have to keep.
Like, if you
topping
think
it.
about it-
It's almost like a SIM card. You have to keep topping it up. It's the same with these lip fillers. You do it once. It's like, I want to pulp my lips, and then it's like, I don't know if I sent it to you, where this girl went to get her lips done, bro, and she showed you the procedure, step by step, and I felt physically sick.
It's hardcore, man.
She was poking around her lips. She's got big lips already. She's part of the kingdom. She's got the natural lips, but she wanted to make it even more plump. And it's like they're showing you them pricking around it, bruv, and the massive like plaster that's there, bruh.
I think that's where like whenever a man says they like their women natural expensive, I think a lot of that message gets misconstrued because it's like they think we're just talking about their bodies. Nah, we're talking about your health because health is wealth in this life.
100%.
So it's like a lot of the time it's like it's my body, I can do what I want, but it's also like yes, it is your body, you can do what you want, absolutely.
Yep.
But also think about your health.
This is the thing, and it's like my problem with this whole thing is like once upon a time your name had to be a Pamela Anderson. Once upon a time your name had to be up in that criteria when it came to plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Now it's just too. It's like a mobile phone. It's too accessible.
But what is the end goal? Because how I look at it, because it's really not a problem amongst men. Obviously, men do have plastic surgery, but it's not something that's rife within
that we know of.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's not like, you know what I mean. Men don't just go out and get BBLs, bruv. I've got my bum's big already, bruv. So it's cool. Bruv. You know what I mean,
I think the only thing that it's like because obviously right now what's really a thing for men, yeah. It was one of them ones I just had to ignore it. But it's the hairline thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's our BBL.
Yeah.
But even then though, that's understandable because it's like
Yeah. That's not terrible though.
No, because men, we take pride in our hair.
Yeah.
One thing we do, it's like with our barber.
Yeah.
We don't cheat on our barber.
Yeah.
We might not talk to our girl about stuff, but we might go to our barber like, yo, bro, I need a shave. And the next thing you know, you're having a therapy session. You know what I'm saying?
There's things my barber knows that mother doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, but I think that, I just think it's become too accessible.
Yep.
Because at one point you had to be on a certain pay grade or whatever to get access to that.
You're talking about it's cheap to get.
It just seems cheap and accessible.
Yeah.
And people are, if you're gonna do it, it's like with food. I don't play with food. I rather go to, I know Nando's is not the most like glamorous thing ever, but like I'd rather go to a Nando's than go to somewhere that's a little bit cheaper than Nando's and end up on the toilet tomorrow morning.
Yeah, facts.
I'm very specific and I'm very adamant that I'd rather pay top dollar for food and get top quality food. But now people are flying to Turkey, their brethren watch 1, 2 little YouTube videos, they've played Fruit Ninja on their phone, they think they know how to cut things up and open stuff and they watch 1, 2 little movies. No. And here's the thing, I don't have a problem with people who want to alter certain things. Like I've always been under the assumption that makeup is not to make you look different. Makeup is to enhance what's already there.
But why is it called makeup?
It's to enhance what's already there. So if you're good looking,
it's going to enhance that.
It's going to enhance that.
Yeah,
if you're pretty, it's going to enhance that.
Yeah.
Lip gloss is to enhance how your lips look. But some people I don't know what the end game is, but they're doing these procedures mad early. I remember there was a story a couple months ago. They said these parents bought their child on their 21st birthday an appointment with a doctor in regards to the type of surgery that she's gonna have for her 21st birthday. That's what her gift, the parents' gift to her was. You created her, and you're giving her the alley hoop to be.
That's crazy.
You're not.
That's crazy.
You're not good as you are. So let's see what we can do.
That's crazy.
What's going on?
Are you setting a precedent there, right there?
What's going on? And then she's gonna be like, well, I like it now. She's gonna get bored. Oh, I don't like how I'm looking now. I want to change something else. You know, we have to look at one of the biggest perpetrators in this thing. You know the mob.
Yeah.
You know who they are.
Yeah, the Dashians.
Right. Like they've given, you know,
even they've had bodge jobs. If you sometimes I've
So
seen
many.
Kim on the beach and I've looked at her body after she's had something done and I'm like, that's not even in proportion. Like why do you look like that? And then you've got young women looking at as something to aspire to. It's ridiculous.
And the worst part is, after the procedure's done, you gotta go to the gym even more than you would do if you didn't get the procedure done in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
To maintain. And that's my other problem.
Yep.
They're going and get this surgery and then they will just delete everything on their account. And then the first picture they post is them in the gym. And then all of a sudden they've gone from just some regular to now I'm a personal trainer. And I'm going to show you how to get like me. It's like, no. Don't lie to these people. You had surgery. At least be honest to your audience. Say, I had surgery, but this is what I've been told to do to maintain it. But like, nah, bro, it's just messy and I don't like it because the women who are keeping it how they are, like they wake up in the morning like, this is me, accept me how I am or move, they're getting further and further to the back of the queue, bro.
It's back to, the reality is it's back to this broken society that we live in. Westernized world perpetuates a lot of this bullshit. Women follow it because it's seemed as norm or it seemed to be something that they can do to aspire to get in a man or aspire to, you know, look in a certain way on the gram and that. And really, you are killing yourself, literally. And this is why it was funny. When we was at the live show and you was alluding to a lot of this stuff, I was laughing because the backlash you got speaking on it was why I was laughing my head off, because it's a lot of things that women don't want to hear from men. It's like, we want to see natural bodies. Men prefer, and then the argument is why you on the gram liking girls with big breasts? Because we like women with big breasts.
Yeah.
What? That's not. There's no rocket
And
science.
to be honest
to it.
with you, you have to have a really good eye to know whose big titties are not real.
But when it comes to if it's my wife, my girl, somebody who I want to have as a personal relationship with, I don't want them doing all of that.
Not at all. But if your wife has, shout out to Lise, if Lise then, you know, you say you lot had 5 kids, you know, you got that Dalmatian DNA, you just having bare kids, right? And then she goes to you one day, she goes, babes, you know what, I'm going to the gym, everything's toning up, looking nice, but you know, I just feel like I want to just get a little, I don't want to get plastic surgery, I don't want to get like silicone in there, I just want to get a little surgery just to lift it.
Yeah,
but that's her decision.
This is something that we can discuss.
Right, but she's come to you because it's something she's thinking of doing. Yeah. And she's coming to you because she knows you accept her as how she is. That's how you met her. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I'm thinking of doing this, I'm letting you know. You might say, and she might still do it. But at least she told you about it.
Yeah.
But like, we're just going down this very dangerous, slippery slope where it's like, when I said at the live, how I meet a girl in a nightclub is how I want to see in the morning. Bro, my plane could not land. Because as soon as I said that, before I could even elaborate what I meant, pew, 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 everyone was like this to me. Right? Now, my point is that we've all been there where you've met someone at a nightclub.
Yeah.
But in the morning,
they look like Hansel and Gretel.
Go from Megan Good to Kente.
Yeah, crazy.
What we doing?
Yeah.
Like, my point is that like, if you look a certain way when I meet you at the nightclub, I just want you to look that certain way in the morning. Now I know you're probably going to be wearing makeup in the nightclub, but at least I know that's what I'm going to see in the morning.
Have you drawn a girl inside the club and come outside to take a number and her face is boss up?
Bruv, you know how many times I've lost shirts due to makeup? Because it's like you get a little slow wine, the R&B kicking in. You get home and your
her beauty is on your top.
Yeah, bruv. But that's fine. But like, you know, but then at the same time, I've had book club very late in the morning with certain females, and all they've needed was, oh, babes, have you got like a little do-rag or a little something I can wrap my hair in? And that's it. And they look, that's the same person I saw at the club, except they just want something to wrap their hair in to go to sleep. That's fine. But like, just ladies, man, like, you are, look, ladies, let me give you some game. You see us guys, yeah?
My starship.
Take me up tonight, oh baby. Read it. Beautiful. Look, ladies, you are created in the mode of, look, 3 people helped to create you. Your mom, your dad, and the powers that be above, right? You are essentially saying how your mom and dad created you and the features that you got is not good enough, and you're getting rid of that. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know they don't want to hear this shit.
Right, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, I what you're saying is, I agree with 1,000%, but they're listening going, we don't want to hear that.
But just be mindful of what you're doing. And if you're going to have surgery, like, look, man, there was a point in time where people would have surgeries because their nose, they got into a fight, someone punched them in the nose. Oh, man, my nose is all the way to the left, doing the rock away. Let me fix it to go back central.
Yeah. Of course.
I was in a car accident, surgery.
Makes sense.
This happened, surgery. I had a C-section, giving birth. I want to... You know what? Totally understand.
I want to get my wood. I want to make my wood bigger, so I want to get surgery on my wood. Them ones.
But like it's now to the point where it's like people. It feels like people are waking up, bro. I saw a Donny. I know you saw this. I saw a Donny who was on his. Let me. How am I gonna set this up? Okay, this guy was on a table at a doctor's, right? Surgery. Yeah. And he was like, just on the road to recovery. And I'm thinking, what wrong with this Donny? But then I see him with like crutches on both arms.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, was he in an accident or something? Bruv, these Donnies now doing surgery to make themselves taller.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? You're doing these surgeries, right? These procedures. You can't reverse them. So if they shag it,
you're shagged for life.
Why? Because you want it to be a little bit taller.
But
make a wish, man. Get a genie bottle, rub it 3 times, and make a wish, bro. What we doing?
Sing a song, man. What was Donny that made the song? I wish I was a little bit taller.
Skilo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Make a song about it.
Yeah, man,
the thing about it is, again, in conclusion, is that people want to keep moving away from what's natural. And when you start fighting against what's natural, it's only going to lead down a bad path as far as I'm concerned.
What do they call what do they refer to in regards to the seasons? What do they call that? Like, you know, when they say mother, what do they call mother of
Earth.
everything? No,
Earth.
No, begins with N.
Africa.
Mother Nature.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
Okay, yeah.
Like, you know, if you're gonna do it for you. Don't go over the top, because sometimes you can't recognize certain people and they just look silly, bro.
Yeah. Have you seen them bodge jobs as well?
They just look silly, bro.
I've seen them bodge jobs where the face...
Like they're from The Simpsons or something. They just look silly, bro.
Why do you look like that now? Like, if I was a friend of theirs, I'd sit down with them at dinner and go, why did you do that to your face? You look rotten.
It's just...
bruv, look at your jaw side. Your jaw side is lean.
Yeah, man. I just got this Barbie template.
Why is your nose like that? Your nose weren't like that before, brethren. Why is your mouth like that? Now, why is your mouth popped up? Why did you look like a dog?
You're always ready to kiss.
Look like you went 10 rounds with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, what happened, man? What happened to your turkey neck, man? Your turkey neck was fine.
Just be careful, man. And if you're going to do it for you, and make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and then you're not going to regret it. Please think about it 5 to 10 years down the line.
Yeah,
like,
man.
if I do it now, how am I going to feel later on in life? Like, do you know what I mean? Because us guys... You know, as long as you got a pulse, we're ready to go. So when we say we like it natural, we're just being real with you. Like, it doesn't take much to get the blood flowing. So just look after yourself, you know,
and each
men
other.
and women, because, shout out to Jerry Springer, man. You know what I mean?
The Fast Food Podcast.
What's this about Beyonce?
Well, this is a great segue in regards to mothers. So Beyonce's just outside cleaning up. Her tour, I believe the UK leg of her tour has come to an end.
It's 6 shows, wasn't it?
Yeah, in Cardiff and then whatever. She most definitely, the highlights of Tottenham seasons, definitely Beyonce being in that stadium. Unfortunately, we won't see that match of the day, but yeah. Okay, so here's the thing, and this is a 2-parter because there's another celebrity mother we're going to quickly speak about. So Beyonce decides, we didn't know this, but clearly this is something that's been going in discussions behind the scenes. She brings up Blue Ivy.
Yeah, I see that.
Blue Ivy is hot stepping on stage.
I see that.
Not like doing her own dance. She's actually the choreography. Does that say it right?
Choreography, yeah.
Choreography, so
Yeah,
look at you correcting me for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first time
Come
on
on,
this
come on.
pod in
Yeah,
like
man. I know
6
my
years.
words,
They're right there. What's Cardi's name?
B.
So she's in line with the dancers who are doing it as well.
Yeah, she was throwing it
and
down,
she's okay, she's not doing it at the pace or at the level of them lot, but she's doing it so it doesn't look out of...
The last one I saw, she was doing it better than the other dancers.
Right. I feel like she's more confident and more on this one now. She's doing it. I see people in the comments saying, oh my gosh, how can... She's out here pimping out her daughter. She's doing this. What kind of mother has their child in front of everyone dancing like that? Oh my gosh, as Beyonce got a heart. Jay-Z's already, you could tell Jay-Z's already sold her soul. Jesus Christ, at least let her grow up before. And I'm like, people's like, oh yeah, that's a real bad mother trait. And I'm like, but how's she been a bad mother? Like maybe, how about we think that maybe one time Beyonce and her dancers were doing, were practicing, yeah? And little Blue Ivy from young. So we're talking not even this tour, like a previous tour. She's like, oh, mommy, I like to do that. And she goes, all right, cool. When you get a little bit older, you'll be able to learn the moves to that. Now that time's come, she's like, right, let's do it now.
Yeah.
And then we're going to show out. I think that's dope. Like, the fact that your mum is such 100%. A mega star, she brings you out and you're flossing
cold.
like that. That's cold.
Yeah.
And every time I see it, they got Jay-Z at the front, just like the
In
happiest
awe.
dad.
Yeah.
Going. Anyway. So there was that one. Mother number 2. Kim Kardashian did an interview recently, or maybe it was Keeping Up with the Kardashians, right? And she said that what Kanye's done recently in regards to his statements and what he's been spewing is going to have a longer lasting impact on the kids than her sex tape will.
I can't lie. Hearing the words, I would rather hear, if I'm in school, I'd rather hear you come up to me and say, oh, your dad's moving mad, he's kind of crazy. Rather than, I seen your mom's titties.
Bro.
I seen your mom sucking dick.
Bro,
Stop it. Get some help.
That's what we got to say on that, bro. That's what we got to say.
That is the wildest ridiculous deflection tactic
it's a narrative
I've ever seen.
It's narrative she's trying to create, but she knows it's bullshit.
Kim, with all due respect,
that's not gonna.
We've seen you without seeing you.
Yeah.
You gotta relax. Because Kanye could go on a PR tour and take back everything he said and everything's roses.
I've seen Kanye West lately though. He looks hella crazy at the moment.
Kanye looks alright still.
He looks I see him looking a bit crazy still.
Shout out to the brother Kanye, man. Yeah, hopefully, Kanye, the door's always open if you want to come on the show, man.
Be well, Kanye.
Yeah.
Jiggy, body.
What's this about Al Pacino?
Bro, Al Pacino's 82.
Yeah, still slanging down things. Still sharpened steel.
Bro, has Al Pacino 82 having a youth, bro?
Bro, he's cold with it. He's cold with it, bro. And see when you're 82 and you're sleeping with a woman of 30, she's like 30, yeah? 29 or 30.
Okay.
You are living your best. Like it's very rare for a man of that age to he could only dream. Like when you're that age, yeah, you're probably decrepit. You're seeing women walking down the street, their bottom wiggling, and all you're doing is this. Oh my God, I remember. He's actually getting to play that out, blood.
Do you think before foreplay they have to prep finding his things before?
The Viagra's not even working.
I don't know.
It's one thing taking, it's another thing finding it.
We're talking about Al Pacino, one of the most cold-blooded actors in the world.
Al Don Pacino.
Yeah, he's living, man.
82. And you're having a child.
Slanging. So let's just keep it a buck though. His child's not going to grow up with him. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
Hey, sports day.
You don't like that?
Hey, wait, speaking of sports day, what? Morgs, do you get involved in the dad races?
Oh yeah, I've been involved. Yeah. Come third or second.
He
in
definitely
one.
ain't. He man like Al ain't doing that Egham spoon race.
Yeah, man. But my hamstring, I got stretching that. My hamstring kind of. Yeah. But he's not doing none
He's
of that.
not that or the potato sack
he's
thing
not
and
doing
that.
none of that.
He'll just look clap with his Ray-Bans on.
But he's gonna grow up. Obviously, his dad is who he is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it is what it is, isn't it?
But can you imagine that going to school and say, "Oh, so teachers, parents, day, like, oh, who's your dad? Oh, it's just Al Pacino.
It's just Al Pacino. One Donnie. Made Scarface. Couple other movies. So it is what it is. Love Island is back. I don't know if I'm excited about it, man.
You know what I think it is? It's because,
I don't know, man.
because we had one earlier on in the year.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is.
They should call it a day after this one.
I think Love Island is a summer staple. Although I feel like maybe it should be a winter staple. Because winter time, everyone's at home. Summertime, you want to be outside. You really want to be messing with Love Island in the summer. I know that's its normal, schedule, but I don't know. But I just feels like because we had the winter one, now we're having this one. Like it's like, the winter was kind of taking a little way off the shore in a way. But then my jammer's still presenting, so I'm gonna have to tune in.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in because I like Love Island, but I'm not excited.
Okay, fair enough.
Like I'm not, and I saw the contestants. They're all. I saw the girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dead food, man. All dead food.
Wow.
The ones that's gone in, I'm like.
Yeah, but normally. We know. There are
no Kaz. There's no Kaz.
There never will be another Kaz.
Oh. Listen, there was one I saw on Twitter. Yeah, I was like, she's all right. Someone found an alternative angle.
Oh.
What, from the back?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it terrible?
Nice, good.
That's good.
Oh.
He gave you the fruit salad. Oh.
Okay. What's her name?
Christine or something like that?
Of course he
Millian.
knows. Of course he knows what it is.
All right.
Ahead.
When does it start?
It starts this week. It's already started.
It started today.
Yeah, that's her name's Catherine.
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 Local Dublin babes.
All right, cool.
Because there was a Donny who was saying like Dublin don't have no babes. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that Donny.
And he was going in, and then he did a apology video where he was sitting on the bench. And then he goes, he's mocking it. He got up, he was in a field, and he goes, all right, sorry, I just want to show you that there is really babes out here. And he goes, all my babes, come outside. And he's like, oh, no one was there. He was in the field. He was just mugging, doubling down on what he said.
Which leads on to another... I love a donut doing tomfoolery on TV. Remember we talk about Mizzy? He's all over the place. He's on Piers Morgan. He went on a couple other shows.
Okay, let's talk. All right, so let's talk about this. I'm gonna try and be real quick about it because I don't like talking about people's kids because I'm not a father yet. I'm gonna do it like this, different angle. Piers Morgan never gave a shit about this kid.
No.
This kid would never have gotten Piers Morgan's show prior to what's happened with the videos and that, right?
Facts.
He was not on Piers Morgan's radar.
No.
Piers Morgan invited him on there because Piers Morgan was a piece of the pie, which is clout of Mizzle.
Clicks.
Now, I saw this latest version of Mizzle on someone's show.
Yeah.
And
GBN.
Whatever, we're not giving him any fucking, There was a guy and a woman on there. First of all, the woman on there, I was like, what are you selling?
The one that's sitting, the blonde.
Not the one that was sitting next to Mizzle.
No, the
one that's sitting on the other side. I was like, what are you selling?
Yeah, she was definitely a stripper. She was a stripper.
Bruv.
Yeah, she was a stripper.
She probably delivers cold pizza and blowjobs, bro. I was like, what are you doing? How you presenting?
She looks like one of them women that come out of cakes.
Yeah.
Like
Surprise!
the MP parties.
Yeah.
And
then Donnie's sitting next to her who's hosting it. He dressed like he does part-time shows in Blackpool, bro.
And he was aggressive.
Right. Now, here's the funny thing. He started piping up, right? And I was like, bro, what in the script of scripts is going on here?
Yeah.
And Mizzle had this look in his face like,
Wagwarn.
because even he looked like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, you know what? I have respect for you. I'm going to go. Now, Mama's piped up even more. Like he's going in Super Saiyan
That's because
mode.
of security backstage.
Right, but
got
like,
involved.
what are you doing? No one can come on my show and threaten my guests. No one is threatening you. Mizzle, in with all due respect, in his defense, he was quietly listening to what the lady next to him was saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's some politician, MP or whatever.
I know. What he did was, he did that. Let's not do that. He did that. I'm not going to answer the question and I'm going to stare at you. He did that.
Okay.
You know, like...
But that's not threatening.
No, I don't think...
He was trying to do this whole unspoken risk thing at these young
Donnie, the white Donnie, I don't know what he was on.
Right, he was on...
But then, again, you just said it. These people have someone like Mizzy on for clicks and there's a script laid out and he clearly didn't want him on the show from day one. He clearly knows that this young black youth on my show doing this.
Yeah, Mizzle, listen, let me give you some advice, man. When you're in a sticky situation, you need to go on platforms and speak to people that look like you.
His mum came out and told him he needs to get a job.
But I don't... And then apparently they asked him... Apparently that Donnie asked him in that interview before he walked off and he started... Oh, yeah, are you on benefits and all that? What is my financial situation got to do with you, bro?
All right. You know what it is, yeah, with us, with black folks, we look at that stuff and we internalize it because it's one of ours on TV. I'm not vouching for him.
No, I'm not being either.
He ain't one of mine.
But at the same time, I just feel like he is taking invites from the wrong parties.
He's got bad advice.
He needs to go on like a Grime Daily or, I don't know, a fast food podcast, I don't know.
Yeah.
And sit down and let's have a conversation because these people are just using you to put more of a microscope 100%. On you to blow up the fuckery that you're doing.
Obviously, his situation as well is he understands what he's getting out of it. He knows.
Yeah, but then he needs a better control. He needs to walk in the room and control the room.
Yeah,
he's walking into a room that he's got no idea.
But Drizzy, we're talking about how old is he? He's not intelligent. He's not smart. He's not.
Let's not say because of his age he's not smart.
But he's not smart.
But he's not media savvy.
No,
he's probably smart. He's not media savvy, and that's why I'm like, if
I don't
Chris
think he's
Morgan
smart.
invited me onto his show, I'm watching 3 or 4 clips of Chris Morgan with different people.
But that's what you're going down the line of comparing yourself. A more educated, grown, sophisticated Donnie to this guy who just got clicks of pranking people and now he's on TV doing what he's supposed to do, but getting clicks off this team.
No, you're right.
We're not going to... I don't even want my son to even think that's cool.
Yeah. I hear you.
So
I respect it.
What I want to say though is he came out, he apologized for the things that he did, and I actually respect that. I respect that somebody can actually go, you know what, I screwed up. I understand what, you know what I mean? Because he could have still tripled.
Take accountability.
Yeah, he could have tripled down, quadrupled down and said, I'm doing these pranks and I don't give a shit. Yeah, he's coming to, but just, bruv, Mizzy. Bruv.
Chill out, bro.
You got to relax.
And Mizzy, if you want to tell your story in all its, entirety, hit us up on the Fast Food Podcast.
Yeah,
it's
come
a safe
through.
space.
Yeah, we're
we'll
good.
try and give you some knowledge as well, but like...
Knowledge is power.
Do you know what I mean? But like, try and communicate with people that look like you. I'm not saying all skin folk is kinfolk, but if you was to come on this platform, we'll speak to you at a level and not speak to you like you're some idiot boy, because obviously we've all made mistakes, and thankfully for us, ours isn't well documented because we was before this whole phone era. So, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Amen.
What things have you done back in the day, would you say definitely you was glad that there were no phones or social media? Is there anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, there probably is actually. But what's the next thing you want to talk about?
I haven't seen it yet. Spider-Man Across the Universe.
Yeah, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to the Fast Food Podcast. He's Morgan. Waste of Space, but you probably watch something else, Heights. And this is Drizzy Saka Freckles. Shout out to Young Jay, shout out to Jojo Montana. Let's wrap it up there. Oh, sorry, you were saying something. What have you not watched?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Give me a quick rundown of it without telling me too much because I still want to go see it with Shia.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a cinematic experience. This is why you go to the cinema. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some movies you can watch at home. There's some movies you can skip watching it in the cinema, watch it at home and be calm. But there's certain films you have to go see in the cinema. There's certain films you have to go see in the cinema more than once because once it's out of the cinema, that feeling is never going to be replicated at home on your little dibby TV screen.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse it's dethroned into the Spider-Verse as the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
Really?
This is one of the best comic book movies ever made.
Really?
This is 2 for 2. If the third one hits, if they stick the landing with the third one, we have to start talking about, is Spider-Man, this Miles Morales franchise, one of the best trilogies in cinematic history.
Wicked.
Not just animation, not just comic book, cinematic history. Bro, there's things in this movie you're not going to be prepared for. There's a cliffhanger on this movie that is going to punch you in your chest. When I say punch in your chest, not little, it's going to punch in your chest.
Right.
There's conversations that happen in this movie between father, son, and mother. It just hits different, bro. As a dad, there's going to be certain points in this film that's going to hit you different.
Right.
Because you're a father. I understood it from a son's point of view because there's certain things that are said to Miles, particularly a something where they tell him something wasn't meant to something, and I was like, damn, man, I know that feeling of when someone kind of doubts you or says you ain't meant to, bro. Man. I don't know what else to say about this movie, bro. I need to go watch this movie. I'm gonna watch this movie at least another 3 times.
That's
I'm
what
going
I want
IMAX. I'm probably gonna go 40X. Listen, we're living in Miles Morales' world, and we're all the better for it, bro.
I think it might be a trip this weekend with little one still.
Bro, he's gonna lose his shit.
Yeah, we watched the first one together as well, so it only makes sense.
He's gonna lose his shit.
It's gonna make sense. Little
I
Mermaid.
want to say about that because boy, I feel like the more I talk, the more I might say something that's gonna, bro.
So what about Little Mermaid?
I'm gonna go watch that. I need to support the sister. It wasn't the more movie in the world, but along came a spider called Miles
and knocked it off.
So
that's interesting because they put them out somewhat kind of at the same time. And
bro, from March. Listen, this might be the most cinema year of movies we've had since post-pandemic.
What movie is Little Mermaid? Who by?
Disney.
And what was Spider-Man?
Sony, Marvel.
Okay.
But more Sony. This is Sony, but it's obviously the Marvel banner because it's a Marvel character. But this year we've had Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is
dope movie.
Wait.
Did you like it, Jay? I thought it was dope.
When I look back at 1 and 2, I just feel like there was so much happening in 3, but like where there was so much happening, it's like you kind of knew what was going to happen. A lot of it was kind of predictable.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I didn't because of the story with Rocky. I didn't know that it was even going to go down that direction, and it's only because when you obviously 3 doesn't follow on straight from 2. There's obviously movies in between that leads up to Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So I personally, I was like, I had no expectations, but I know the movie itself, the Guardian of the Galaxy franchise, is really good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
that's definitely one of the best trilogies in
I was happy.
I've always said, and Joe can back me up on this, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 over Avengers 1 and 2, 100%.
Ooh. Okay.
What number is his mic, bro?
yeah.
What, you don't think the first 2 Guardians are better than the first 2 Avengers?
Bro, the first Avengers is still probably my favorite
Avengers is mad.
Marvel movie. It's probably my favorite comic book movie still. Maybe.
Yeah, it's up
I
there.
might have to revisit it, but the first Avengers,
bro. Because when it came out for me, obviously, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So you were spoiled with like bare different options.
I was spoiled.
How old was you then?
You were a teenager.
Oh shit! Man set fire for that.
Yeah, I was.
2012.
Yeah, how old was you? 2012.
When Guardians of the Galaxy came out as a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
When Avengers 2 came out as a teenager.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to draw out man's age for on the pod as well.
Yeah, we just got to make sure, man.
Facts, man. Joe's like speaking facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I just enjoyed 1 and 2 of Guardians more than I did Avengers.
Do you think it's because Guardians of the Galaxy just has more humor?
That too. I feel
It's
like
more.
You know what, yeah? I'll give Guardians of the Galaxy this. It didn't have anything before it to build on.
No.
Like, when you had Volume 1, it wasn't like the Avengers set up Guardians of the Galaxy. It was just that Marvel was like, we're in a situation now where now's a good time to roll the dice and introduce something very wacky. If we're going to do it, we got to do it now.
Yeah.
And they did it, and they succeeded, and it's like, all right, cool. So I rate Guardians of the Galaxy very highly, and I watched 2 the other day, and I enjoyed it more as the years have gone by. 3 is just, that hallway scene is
cold.
just like one of the best action scenes you'll see for 2023, and that's up there with the John Wick ones. But this year has just been so cinema, bro. We've had John Wick 4, we've had Guardians of the Galaxy, we've had Scream 6, we've had Creed 3. Now we got Across the Spider-Verse, we got Flash coming out next week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
There's a lot
got
going
Little Mermaid. Like, bruv, we are just in a cinema age, bruv.
Did any of you watch the Super Mario Brothers film?
I forgot about that.
I ain't seen
that. Slapped as well.
Bro,
Did that slap? That slaps.
You see
That
Jack
good.
Black here.
Slaps.
Jack
Joe.
Black.
He needs
a Grammy Award for that song.
Really?
He needs a Grammy for that.
Nah, he slapped.
Okay.
He needs a Grammy for that song, yeah.
My only qualm about that film was we didn't get enough Mario Kart, but maybe we're going to get some more in the next one. The Donkey Kong world, the way they presented that, they can easily just spin off and make a Donkey Kong movie
I think we
tomorrow.
are going to get more Mario Kart because did you see the scene after the credits?
Yeah. We won't spoil that for you. But Mario slapped. I saw Mario like twice.
Okay.
But when I like a film, I go watch it 2-3 times in the cinema. Cause I like to see it on the big screen, bro. Because your TV screen will never replicate that feeling. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But Miles Morales,
go see that. I'm gonna go see that this weekend.
Boy. Otherwise, the longer you keep it, boy, that movie's gonna be sport for you, boy. But it's the number 1 movie in the world. It made 4 times what the first one made in its debut weekend. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, the trajectory. The only film that made more money in its debut weekend than Spider-Man was Super Mario Brothers. And that's obviously a way more family. Like, it's Super Mario Brothers. It's mad eye candy. But yeah, so Spider-Man is the second highest, biggest debut weekend for 2023.
Right.
And I'm fingers crossed with the sick reviews, the trajectory, the replay value. It makes a Billy. That's we need a brother to be up there with Black Panther to make a Billy. Do you know what I'm saying?
All right. Before we wrap up, let's talk a little bit of sports. Man United obviously failed to stop this treble from happening on a weekend. We have Man City playing Inter Milan in the
Champions League final.
Which is what, Saturday?
It's Saturday. Yep.
How do we feel about this game? Do you think it's a doozy? Do you think it's a straight? Are we sitting here going, Man City are going to wipe the floor with them, or do you think there might be another upset?
The media over here is definitely painting it like it's a foregone conclusion.
Right.
I think the Italians have something else to say, and we saw how they handled man like Andrew Taylor? The referee.
Yeah.
So, boy, they might need to let in a win because he might get peak in that stadium, boy. But we'll see. We'll see.
What we saying? A back 10 and the counter attack against City?
I think Inter steal it, and one reason why I say Inter steal it, I've watched a lot of Serie A this season.
Yeah.
And the way they're set up with how City play, a lot of City attacking phases, the ball has to get to the box most of the time. The ball has to find Haaland in the box. Inter's back three will happily sit in that box waiting for everything that comes for Haaland, everything that Bernardo's going to pick up, everything that Grealish is going to pick up at the end, and just say, we'll have that, we'll have that.
Yeah.
They will happily do that for a whole game.
Yeah.
Barella will happily chase De Bruyne for 90 minutes.
100%.
Chase Gundogan for 90 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Mkhitaryan, Lautaro, Dzeko, they will all do what they have to do up front.
You know what's mad is if Dzeko scored the winning goal
Yeah,
against City,
yeah, that's crazy.
or Lukaku, because Megan Thee Stallion's probably going to be in the building. She's going to want to show out.
That's right.
She's probably texting pre-game like, listen.
If the game is 0-0 when Lukaku gets when Lukaku comes on the pitch, Inter win the game.
Okay, it's going to be
It's
interesting.
gonna be-
I feel like, yeah. I feel like they just can't concede early into Milan. If they ever let City score the first goal, I think it's done. But it's gonna have to be. It's two different styles of play. Definitely attack versus defense. But it's the Champions League final, and I'm hoping for some. I want some excitement. Part of me don't want City to win it, so we can still have our bragging rights about winning the Champions League. You know, like that. You know what I mean? Like you can have the Prem's Premier, but you ain't won the Champions League. So it's going to be very interesting. We just bought McAllister from Brighton. So yeah, shout out to McAllister, part of our new midfield. We got some other purchases on the way. Liverpool doing their work very quickly in the transfer window.
Okay.
Who's Man United looking at?
Well, first of all, we need a buyer.
Right.
I think
do that first.
I think we need to sort that out first. We're having conversations with players, so we're not making the mistakes of previous windows.
Yeah.
We are talking to, and I think it's just a case of we want you, and you. We're going to get the talks in now.
Yeah.
We just need to make sure that, and we got players to sell. So it's going to be an interesting summer because we actually got people to sell this time around.
Does David De Gea have to go?
I don't think he has to
He
go,
just
but
signed
we
a new
need
deal.
to get he's agreed the terms, but we haven't like.
What do you mean?
From our side.
For a new contract?
Yes, it's like an extension, like a year or whatever. But we need to bring in someone to keep him on his toes for sure. But now that's the thing. I think now we're at a point where we're bringing in players while we have the players that are in that position to ease. You know what I mean? So when the player that was there already is on their way out, in regards to like they're probably just like getting age wise or whatever.
Yeah.
We've already got the replacement there to do the passing of the torch. So
The only reason why I'm frowning on what you're saying is I feel like David De Gea is old guard at Man United, and I feel in order for you lot to move forward, I feel the goalkeeper needs to be fresh. The goalkeeper needs to be
for sure.
a ball player.
For sure. Yeah, because the times have changed.
Times have changed.
The way the times has changed is making De Gea look like he's playing in the Blackburn winning the Premier League days.
Yeah, and it's crazy
It's
because
mad.
he won the Golden Glove.
Yeah.
But
Clean
he's
sheets and that,
had some terrible games of
yeah.
football.
Like the you know what? The first goal was like it caught everyone off guard.
Yeah, it's a
But
screamer.
It's a screamer.
Yeah.
And then the second goal, it's like defenders wise, you're thinking like, where is this Gundogan guy?
Yeah,
And then, do you know what I mean? Like someone should have just stuck on him. Like, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna cry over it. Overall, I'm happy with the season I had. Obviously,
Top
I wanted
four.
better. I thought we could at least got to the Europa League final and probably won it.
Yeah.
But with that wasn't to be. But top three was aiming for top four. We got top three.
Yeah.
We got a cup. Calm. Like,
Better season than Arsenal?
I mean, you have to ask an Arsenal fan that.
Absolutely not.
As expected.
As expected. Let me ask you before we step out, Jay, what's your expectations for next season with Arsenal?
Finish top four.
This guy,
Don't drop out the top
after
four.
he said he's an Arsenal fan.
Don't drop out the top four.
Right. So what? So hold on a minute. So you're saying we're not challenging this next season?
I said top four.
Yeah.
For me personally, this season,
Yeah.
I didn't even expect us to be first for that long.
Right.
Because I've always said top four, anything more than just top four this season is a bonus.
Yeah.
And now we push on from that. Everyone's predicting us to fall out of top four.
Yeah.
So for me right now, it's maintain that top four again, and then see what we can get from that. Try and get to the knockout of the Champions League. I'd say I do want to win silver again next year. 100%.
It's going to be hard for you guys now. You're in the Champions League to mount a challenge with the league as well. But I feel like
But why
Arteta,
though?
because Champions League is an animal. You'll find out. These wires come from ignorance.
It's not though. I'm asking a question though.
Yeah, no, because
But to be honest, them man haven't used their passport in that kind of way for so long.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
bro, you asked me why about the Prem, and you got a lesson in that already. Don't ask me why about Champions. I'm telling you, think about this. In the Champions League, you're going to be playing top teams week in and week out. This is Wednesday now. And then you've got the weekend games. I'm not saying that you won't challenge. I'm not saying that you will struggle. I'm just saying it's a different beast now that you've got 2 games a week and the games are going to be competitive, especially
we had 2 games a week last season.
Yeah, but they weren't competitive games.
yeah, and
I think to be honest, we got to see what the transfer window says.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Yeah. That's true.
But then one thing I don't like about the argument is that argument only ever stems when it's talking about Arsenal.
Because of Europe. That's why.
But you can't say that because we've seen it with Leicester, West Ham.
But
That's true.
Leicester's was a fairy tale thing.
I'm talking about when they go in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Where did they finish the next season? Does anyone remember?
No. It's techie, bruv.
But then even then, back to your West Ham point, West Ham last year got to the semi-finals. They lost to the winners. This year they're in the Conference League and they're in the final.
Because they're in the league.
But then
Yeah,
the reasoning for where they are in the league is because, as Mikel Antonio came out and said, because they tried something different this season. Had they probably stuck to their original
Yeah, but this
plan.
is the same guy that said he will score 30 goals for Man City.
Yeah, you gotta relax.
Do you know what's mad?
You gotta relax.
I don't think he scores 30, but I can see the reason why people would say that. Because when you look at it, scoring 14 goals, 15 goals in a season for West Ham, with the amount of chances they create, you look at City's chances that they create. City probably create quadruple the chances. If you're able to bag 14, 15 in a West Ham team that struggles to create chances, struggles to win games and get over the line, in that City team, you're probably getting near enough to 30, but I don't think he's getting 30. Because you still got to put into factor him as a striker, his finishing, his conversion rate. So I can see where the argument comes from, but I just feel like everyone's taking it, or the person that said it is just trying to do the whole Haaland XY. He's trying to disprove Haaland at City, saying that Haaland makes City worse. Whereas the actual point he's making, there is some value and sense to it, but the person it's coming from is like, no one's going to really take any intention to it because the whole season he's trying to rub out Haaland's whole thing, saying he makes City worse.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. We all know that's bullshit. Okay, so there's a what is a top 5 now in the league, right? What? Newcastle now. So we're not even talking about Spurs next season either.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to say Big 6. I'm putting Brighton in there. Nah, because Brighton did a mad thing this season.
Yeah, but Brighton's team going to get
Chelsea will be back.
Chelsea will be back.
I don't know, because Brighton's thing isn't even. Brighton have got a good coach.
Yeah, their players are going.
Not all of them.
Yeah, the best ones.
But then even
the best ones.
Even when you look at that though, their players will go. But Brighton's recruitment is nuts because look at this Enciccio Excelsior Don, bruv.
Brighton are the new Southampton, bruv. I'm telling you right now, they got they recruiting for us, all of us here.
But you know what's mad though, yeah?
All of us sitting here
why aren't Brighton
every season gonna just look at that club's food.
Why aren't Brighton charging mad fees?
But they are charging mad. The thing with what happened with McAllister is he signed a new contract before World Cup. That's the shake we're.
Yeah, but then even
the release clause. That's right.
But his release clause isn't as high as what they want.
No,
that's right. It's lower.
Yeah,
way lower.
So it's like 40 mil.
Yeah, and then even then, with McAllister as well, McAllister would have still left this season after because he had a good season for Brighton regardless. Yeah, it's just that World Cup boosted it a bit more.
Yeah.
Same for Caicedo as well. Yeah. No one even thought he...
I only think Brighton... I'm going to keep it up. I only think Brighton done well this season. Not just... They've got a good manager and they have a good team, but I think a lot of the top teams fell off this season because if Liverpool had a season like they've had for the last 4 or 5 seasons, that's one team. Man United are there. Chelsea have fell off. Chelsea have their normal season. They're top 4 team, top side team all the time. Do you see what I'm saying? And you lot have replaced you because you lot did 8 and 5, and now you lot are top 4 team again. So I think Brighton is just not even. No one's talking about Brighton.
I don't know though, because when Potter left, they were what? They were 4th.
Yeah, they were
4th.
They were 4th. Yeah.
And they dropped down because they had a lot of games rescheduled. So even to lose your manager while in 4th and still finish 6th as a club like Brighton, that's mad. And I think we got to look at that and be like, yo, like, and De Zerbi don't play about because De Zerbi knows how to get the best out of the squad. De Zerbi doesn't need flashy signings. De Zerbi needs players who are going to run in the system. Mitoma's not going anywhere because he's 26. So ain't nobody really batting an eyelid at him.
I just think Brighton are definitely a good side and they managed right. I just feel like they're just a team that...
You think this is their ceiling?
Yeah, pretty much.
And now they got Europe. That's another extra bag
Pretty
you
much,
to worry about. So,
but we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. Any takeaways? Any shout-outs?
All right, so
Drizzy
this
Freckles?
takeaway, I'm going to leave you with this takeaway this week, yeah? Don't be impressed by someone's pockets or work title. You should really be impressed by how they treat others. And that is our Fast Food Podcast takeaway for this week.
This is a Fast Food Podcast. Don't forget, we're on all DSPs, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcast. We are on YouTube channel, which is Fast Food Podcast TV. Like and subscribe to the channel. Put comments in there. We need more comments. Please, people, comment some more. Say
Yeah, how far are we away from 500?
I believe we're like 5 off.
Oh, really?
5 subscriptions.
Yeah,
off.
tell your friend to subscribe to the thing, please. We want to hit that milestone, and then it's the little milestones that turn into bigger milestones.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, if you can get your people them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, love it. And thank you for the support once again from
Much
people who came down
appreciated.
to the live show.
Yep.
Drizzy Sakafet, Freckles, Jojo Montana. Shout out to Young Jay today. Morgan Heights in the building. We'll see you in a fortnight.
Yep.
Enjoy. Peace.
1, 2. Yo.
Now we come to the payoff.